Right, sitting here with Tian Fick, the South African heavyweight champion. How good does that sound?
Feels good, eh? Feels like it. It's been a couple of years. It's been a long time that it was coming, so it feels great. I'm still kind of getting used to it now, but it's in our second month already, so
yeah,
feels lekker. So when you take a photo and you have the belt, people don't know what you won, but they still want to come and say hi. So it's a very nice feeling, especially when you work so hard to achieve it. So.
And talk to us about this moustache you got going on. What's that?
You know, I was busy shaving it all off, and I got to about here, and I thought, you know what, let me just see how this looks. And I know my dad always had a mo, and I thought to myself, yes, I look like him. So I thought, let me just keep this for the time being. And I might go back to my beard. I do like my long hair, but for the time being, my wife tells me I look approachable, so I want to keep it as such.
The ultimate compliment, eh?
Exactly. I don't get many of those, but I got this one. I'm gonna play it out as long as I can.
Yeah, you got to absolutely for a long time.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about the next step, because I mean you've achieved that dream. You got a chance to honor your dad, which was a big thing. Actually, let's talk about that before we even get to the next step. I mean, how much did that mean to you?
Like I said, it was going to be a very emotional experience for me after the fight, and it was. Didn't really have the words. The emotion kind of took over, but it meant, I don't think words can describe it, man. It's just driving home and knowing what I've accomplished and getting back to bed and not being able to sleep because I'm so stiff and sore everywhere in my body. I haven't been able to sleep. Usually you can't sleep after the night. The adrenaline it's too high. And what I've gone through the weeks leading up to that fight is another story in its own. It was so incredibly rewarding, man. It's like I've proved what I've wanted to now, and now I'm in a phase where I can actually start having fun. So I can get to a point where I don't have to plan everything peculiarly exactly how it should be. I can go now, I can take risks, I can go out and have some fun. So that's what I'm planning to do. I have some news. It all depends, like, what would be your next question? Do you want to know what's going to happen, or do you want to hear what happened leading up to the title fight?
Because I have a choice, so it's one or the other.
Okay, well, last year. So obviously I got sick. I got really sick a week and a half leading to the fight. I feel fine the whole year until a week and a half before the fight.
Oh, wow.
It was a battle between yin and yang in my head, knowing that I'm going to be fighting. I think you were here a week before in the ring, and I couldn't even go 5 rounds. I was dead because of my cardio. It's just left me completely with that fight. So I was very, very thankful for them to moving it up a few weeks. And then on fight week, I got food poisoning that Monday, which means I couldn't eat, I couldn't train, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do all those things. And it was a little frustrating, especially the self-isolation where we went. The environment wasn't necessarily very, I wasn't used to it. I was sleeping in a big room with all the guys complete together, snoring, the Oaks snoring. I couldn't sleep at night. Oaks making noises. I didn't have my personal space that I could gather myself. And the first time I actually gathered myself was when everybody left for the event, and I was sitting right on my own in my bed with my earphones on, a bandana around my eyes so I don't see anything around me, and I could just gather my thoughts. And on my way to the event, my body just somehow made a turnaround. I remember training with Matt the day before doing pads. I couldn't even last one round. I was tired after one round of pads, and I'm like, how am I gonna last 12 rounds? How am I gonna do this? So there was a lot of doubt in my mind that few days leading up to the fight. But I had so much positive momentum in the past 2 years leading up to it. I don't think there's gonna be anything that would have gotten in my way. But I have to add also, I haven't really been tested by someone in my fight career. I haven't been gotten properly hit yet. I haven't really gotten rocked yet. I still need to face that adversary. So I'm to a point where I'm looking for someone now that can really test me. I don't want to, like with me having the belt now, I don't want to sit and have a few easy fights where I just roll out and get up my win numbers. I want to go and make a name for myself. Not a name necessarily, but rather fight someone that's going to test me. So that's leading up to the next one, which is the next fight we're looking for. There still needs to be a few details needs to be ironed out, but we're looking to do it in Ukraine in April against the Ukrainian. He's in the top 75 in the world. I think he's ranked in the 70th, between the 70th and 80th. I don't know where. I can't pronounce his name, but he's got about 22 wins and 7 losses. So he's got a good record. Yeah. He's as old as me. He's obviously in the top 80, top 75 ranked in the world. So this is a great step up for me. I'm 150th if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know, but that's what my coach tells me. So I want a challenge, and this is 8 weeks. I think I have enough time, and it'll be for the WBA. I think it's a WBA title, international belt. So if that all comes through, yeah,
Matt,
yeah, who knows? Matty, WBO, yeah,
WBO.
yeah. So yeah, international belt. So I know Joshua, Anthony Joshua's got the world title belt in that organization. So it's a huge honor. So if I can go and dance with that boy, do 10 rounds, and he's never been dropped as well. So it'll be a great step up for me. So I want to get tested.
Yeah.
Go there, get that done, and once that's done, I will look to either defending the belt or giving the other guys a chance. Let them fight over it. I'm not looking to fight any more South Africans. I'm looking to go overseas and fight some names that'll test me. I don't think there's too much fighting left for me here in South Africa. So I'm looking overseas for the next fight. So title defense, we'll see how it all goes. I don't want to give too much, but I will not hold on to it like Oaks normally do. I will honor my agreement and either defend it, or if the timeline goes, give another guy a shot to do it. I know Joshua Pretorius is waiting to get another shot, and I'm sure him and Luke Sutherland deserve a shot as well. If I'm not fighting Luke, it'll most probably Josh and him fighting for the belt. But yeah, if I can get this WBO, we'll see what happens. I mean, I haven't even.
A new level.
That's another level right there. So we'll see how it all goes. All I'm doing now is training, getting my head right. Super excited, man. Just getting fit again and sparring. There's no sparring here. Trying our best to get sparring. There's some good guys I spar with, but there's not a deep pool of those guys that want to go, which is weird because I can spar anybody. I can spar old men, young guys. I don't have that anger thing going in me, so I just need guys in the ring to dance with. So it's all hard here in Cape Town.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. So it's about taking a step, but taking the right step, right? Yeah. So you don't feel like it's a step too far. This guy in the Ukraine, I mean, besides box ratings and stuff, it's
I can't
different.
even pronounce his name.
But I mean, like number 70 in the world versus number 150, right? So you're taking a step, but it's not like you're facing a guy in the top 20 in the world, which is obviously you'd be sensing as an opponent.
Step.
Yeah. So, but you're going through the steps because as well, you didn't have a long amateur background.
No, not at all.
So you're still learning.
Yeah.
Well, everyone learns, but I mean, you are still in the beginning phases.
I'm so in the beginning. You know, I actually look very, very slow and lump when you look at me and you don't understand boxing when I'm in the ring. Till you get in the ring with me, then it's another story. Because the way I fight with my reach, it's a different game from I would reckon what you're used to. And I think my mobility counts in my favor. I'm definitely not the best, but I'm very proud to be the best in South Africa.
Yeah,
2020.
That's it.
Hopefully 21 as well.
So I saw something on social media. Chris Thompson, he's moved up to the heavyweight division. Apparently he's called you out as well. Have you
he's
had
called
chance?
out any Oak who would win, and I would actually have a title defense with him. Seeing my the company organization that I signed with, Fight Africa, did look at him, but for his following and stuff like that. But he can't just come in and call out. He needs to come prove himself in the heavyweight division first. I mean, he needs to fight guys who's in the top rank in the top 10 before he comes fight for the title. I don't mind fighting him, but I don't think the BSA box is going to sanction a title defense for Thompson if he hasn't already fought in the heavyweight before. So I think the obvious next step would be Luke Sutherland. He might not have a lot of fights in his record, but he is rated underneath me, so he deserves that. And yeah, I just don't think. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be fighting South African guys, because I am looking overseas. But if BSA want to sanction a fight with a title defense against Thompson and the time lines up and everything goes together, I have no problem with that. But Oaks are going to be calling me out all the time. Bring it.
So what would the decision be then? If you go ahead and you claim the WBO international title, would you vacate the SA title?
It's an option. It's a high option. I would imagine I'm not going to continue fighting SA guys, like I said.
Yeah.
I'll look over to have a little bit more financial viability for me, because all the fights I have with I got paid almost nothing. And I am looking for the next step, and I don't want to move a step backwards. And I might vacate. I can't say anything for sure now. I'm going to have to talk to my team. But obviously the WBO is a lot more important to me now to focus on. Once I'm done with that, and God willing, I've got 2 belts around my shoulders, then I'll decide and see what I want to do. But I will not hold on to it and drag that process out
Right.
for the other guys underneath me. I don't think it's fair at all.
Yeah, I mean that process can drag on, and you know the other guys also have ambitions and dreams.
Of
I'm
course,
sure, like Josh
of course.
Pretorius. I mean, when I interviewed him,
Great guy.
you know, he had ambitions to become a champion, and
He's still going to get there. I know he's going to get there. He's a great talent. I think if I'm not in the way anymore, I think he might beat Luke Sutherland. He's got more experience than him. He's also a tough boy and he swings with a lot of power. But he struggles with tall guys, which is obvious. I mean, that reach, you think you can do it easily until you're in the ring.
Yeah.
You handle that reach. But I think he's still going to fight for the title. And I think he's still going to hit that strap around his shoulder. By all means. I mean, I spoke to him after the fight as well. I'm not intending to hold on to it to make life harder for the guys underneath me. So, but we'll see when we're getting, once I'm done with this. We still need to iron out all the details. So I'm just telling you now what's happening. But once it's confirmed, I'll start talking about it. Yeah.
And I want to talk about what's something that is confirmed. You signed with Fight Africa Promotions, and you know there are opportunities, even if it's not going to, like for example, Ukraine. There's options to go to Scotland or fight in South Africa through the promotion. In signing the deal, what do you think is going to come for you?
Well, there was a guy that they were lining me up, Jay McFarlane, which is he's the ex-Scottish champion. He's 23 years old, also a lot more experience than me. He's got 12 wins, 5 losses. We only have 9 fights, me, but I don't have any losses, which is fantastic. He's I think me and him will most probably cross paths. We would have gone to the EU in Glasgow in April to fight, but that also COVID kind of changed everything. And I think my promoter wants people at the event because me and him might just be a barn burner. So with COVID, he doesn't want it to be just a pay-per-view event, and he doesn't want to do it in Cape Town. He wants me to go over there. So that might happen in the near future, but we'll just see how the regulations are because they're still in heavy lockdown in UK right now. So.
Well, here's the thing, right? You're a heavyweight, so you're going to be able to give me a name here.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. Who have you got winning that fight? Tyson Fury.
Unfortunately, well, I like both of them, but Tyson Fury, man. Actually, my style is a lot like his. What he did I mean, obviously both of the guys are phenomenal, but Tyson Fury's got the mouth, he's got the attitude. He'll talk to you while he knocks you out, and then sing to the crowd when he's done. That you can see how he gets into Klitschko's head, how he got into all of those guys' head. He's a showman, inside and outside of the ring. I mean, fuck, if I could ever meet old either one of those oaks will be an absolute pleasure. But I think Fury's going to take it the first fight, and Joshua might look at that fight and then did what he did with Ruiz, get his stuff, be more balanced, be more precise with his striking, and then he might take the second fight. But I got Fury.
So your head says Fury, your heart says
Fury.
Okay, so you're a big Tyson Fury.
I'm a big Tyson Fury fan, yeah. I'm also an Anthony Joshua fan, but I mean, I like Tyson Fury's style. Obviously, because I fight like him, there's a lot more.
You guys are both lanky guys.
I would like to, if they do sign a contract, to maybe go help Anthony Joshua in the ring
to mimic
get
the
ready.
style.
Yeah, because I know I'm not as, I don't think I'm as tall as Fury, but I'm a little bit shorter than him, and I don't think there's a lot of guys that mimic Fury because there's not a lot of guys as tall as him. So, I mean, maybe that'll be an option as well. Sure, it'll be such an honor.
Well, why don't you send him a message right now, Anthony Joshua? You know, a message to maybe.
Well, I don't think he's going to see this video, but if he does, I'm ready. Please, I'm here.
Take him.
Like after my WBA fight, WBO, and the guys are sign a contract, I would love to go over and give Joshua a little bit of sparring, show off the reach, have him close the distance, and me trying to be a little evasive. Oh, such an honor, man. Jeez, like that.
What a big move that would be.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Another bridge to cross is the moustache going to stay before the fight? So you're really considering it?
I don't know. I don't know if I should look approachable when I fight my opponent. I might get a beard if they allow me to, but maybe a little man bun. I'm not sure, but I don't know. See, my wife is here. She can handle my man bun. I can't tie that thing myself at the back. So I cut my hair before the title fight because she wasn't here. She wasn't allowed to see me as well. I was under lockdown. But I don't know. I like just letting it all grow. I don't want to keep working around my face all the time. So the longer the better for me. As long as it doesn't get in my eyes.
Yeah,
when I hit,
that's the problem.
Fix my eyes. So.
Well, Ukrainians aren't really approachable types. They're quite serious when it comes to stare downs, but you're not serious when it comes to stare downs. So how's that going to work?
I don't know. The guy has a lot of tattoos. He looks, what I've seen of him, he looks like a baller. He looks like he's had a lot of experience. So But he looks like a nice guy. So I'm thinking we can smile at each other and punch each other while we're smiling, bro. I have no problem with that. So if he wants to be aggressive and talk trash, by all means, bro. I've been talking trash since I started. They told me I can't do this. So, I mean, I don't let any of those stuff get in my head. But I'm going to respect my opponent either way. It's just, it's how I was brought up and how I will go until I retire one day. So.
Well, big shout out to Warren LaRue. It's not going to be like one of those fights where you guys are both really respective of each other.
The closest fight I've ever had was Warren LaRue. That boy, I don't know if it was the high altitude or what it was, but he was very sneaky. I mean, I'll handle a lot better today if I know what I knew then, or if I know now what I didn't know then. And but he was just beautiful in his style, and I have a lot of respect for the man as well. He's got a character to him. He's also what you call a showman. So. I hope he gets his license to fight again because he's itching to do it. But now he's over 36 and they don't give licenses again after 36, I think.
Unless you get a brain scan. Yeah.
I think he's fine. I think he can go another few rounds with a few guys. But he was my closest. I almost lost there. I tried to put him out in the first round and then I completely gassed myself out. But that's a learning experience.
Exactly.
And I'm very, very glad I got past that. And I learned a lot from it as well. So...
All right, so Tian, lastly from you, I know you got to be somewhere after this. So, what's your message for the Western Cape community?
Thank you for supporting me for one. I hope we can grow boxing. I hope people can understand what boxers goes through in order to get fit and to perform in the ring. And I hope the community can draw together to, and all the fighters as well, to get together and start working together, because there's a lot of cliques forming and Oaks don't want to mix with this clique because there's this and there's egos going and this coach doesn't like that coach. And can we just put all the ego aside and just better ourselves by training against each other? And I think they do that in Joburg. I would love to do this in Cape Town. I have no hate. I don't fight with being aggressive. I can spar anybody. I'll have the guys just come together and be a unit. I mean, it'll just raise the average of all the boxers in the area. And but I'm incredibly thankful for Cape Town has embraced me with the title and being the champ now here. And I'm incredibly thankful. Just stay tuned and keep watching, man. That'll be my advice.